After dozens of parents and students complained about what they say was a misleading field trip put together by the East Baton Rouge Parish School System, lawyers are poised to draw up a lawsuit. They say it's possible that state and federal laws were broken during the event, which was supposed to be a college fair for seniors. News 2's Bess Casserly has this update.
Sylvia, the list of alleged problems coming from attendees run the gamut from civil rights violations to breaking federal laws. The school system is still fully behind the event.
What appears to be a church service is actually a school-sanctioned field trip. And lawyers say the glaring separation of church and state violation is just the tip of the iceberg.
They are concerned about the use of state and federal funds for activities that are prohibited by state and federal law.
Seniors from across the East Baton Rouge Parish School System attended the Day of Hope, billed as a college fair with fun and games. But some students and their parents say they were met instead with civil rights violations and emotional distress.
They're also concerned about actions that may have resulted in emotional distress, that may have occurred without informed consent of parents in violation of the law.
Upon arrival, students say they were separated by their birth gender, despite how they may identify, and lectured about abstinence, suicide, and rape.
Harm that was suffered.
Mary Patricia Ray, who has organized dayofnope.com in response to the mounting negative feedback, says students who did not want to provide their gender or religious beliefs had water poured on them by other students. Many left the event. And now, allegations of possible bribery, as students say they weren't allowed to eat until registering to vote.
I think one of the most open and shut issues here is that you cannot make lunch contingent, you can't make food contingent upon any particular activity. And we have multiple students who have told us that they were told they could not eat lunch, they could not get the pizza that was provided unless they submitted things like their social security number.
We confirmed with the East Baton Rouge Registrar of Voters that someone picked up blank voter registration forms from them the day before the event, but it isn't clear if they've been turned in. The Secretary of State says they are looking into it. The East Baton Rouge school system at first denied its involvement in the event, even though Superintendent Cito Narcisse was featured on the flyer, then doubled back, calling the event amazing. We're told the district spent almost $10,000 on the trip, but as of Monday, officials said they weren't sure. Today, the head of education for the state saying it's not really his problem.
Yeah, that's a local issue. I can tell you that we are aware of the issue, and I really can't say more. I can't give additional comments at this time.
A fundraiser for legal fees on dayofnope.com has surpassed $8,000 in just 3 days. We're told lawyers will be meeting with potential plaintiffs later this week. Bess Casserly, WBRZ News 2.